welcome back to Sagas of Sundry, Goblin Mode. I'm Amy Vorpal, your Dungeon Master, and with me, as always, are your favorite Terror Squad members, and not your unfavorite Terror Squad members, because they are not here right now. We had to let them go. But your favorite ones are here, and they are...
Hi, I'm Dan Casey. I play Fibs, who's a skeleton, but also a wizard.
I'm Danielle Radford. I play Bizzee. Bizzee is a skeleton who is also a bard, who is also a rogue, who is also a rapper.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm Jason Wynn. I play Tippy, the goblin, who is also an artificer and also a werebird and also dead. Oh, and also has a gun. And nah, that's it.
And with us today is our special guest.
Hey, I'm Ross Bryant, and I'm playing Filverel Dusk Branch, who is also an etheric, disincorporate soul being on the ethereal plane, who is also about to smoke his material component in order to return to life.
Yes, he is. But before we get into what actually happens, I think it's time to part the veil of reality. And we are no longer 5 friends busting jokes together. No. We are actually on the ethereal plane, a land of spirits and memories, where 2 of our characters, Fibs and Bizzee, are met with their incorporeal forms of Filverel and Barigneas, as well as Ghost Tippy. And when last we left, Barigneas and Filverel turned on Fibs and Bizzee. Let's see what happens next. So, as it turns out, you, Bizzee, or I are the only ones who can leave, but not both, unfortunately.
Oh, that's like a super bummer for you. What are you gonna do? What's your plan? You just gonna hang out here, or like, are you gonna...
Roll initiative.
Oh.
Everyone roll initiative!
That's what I got.
Anyone get a 16 or higher?
Yes, I got a 19.
I also got a 19.
Oh my gosh. Anyone get an 11 or higher?
I got a 15.
Okay, anyone get a 6 or higher?
I rolled a gentleman's 10.
Awesome, Filverel.
Straight down the middle.
And we'll also roll for Ministora.
Please tell me Maxwell is fighting.
Oh, do we need to roll for Maxwell? Yeah, we should roll for Maxwell.
He's gonna fight.
Yeah, he's been waiting to fight someone this entire time.
He's fighting for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, well.
He's got some anger in him, for sure.
So you are all within the sanctum of Fibs, Bizzee, and Tippy and their memories. So you have access to ectoplasm that's still in the atmosphere, and you also have access to the memory spheres, but you are indoors at the moment. Tippy, you're up first. You actually see that the ectoplasm version of your friends have gone off. They are turned towards your friends, and they've really blatantly said that they're trying to kill them.
What can I do? I'm a ghost. Even if I'm a ghost, every ghost and every goblin needs their gun.
And so Tippy reaches into the ethereal goo and tries to form a goo gun?
Yes!
I don't know if that's
Catfish aren't the only ones blasting goo today.
Goo blasters.
Okay.
If I remember what the catfish mechanic was.
As an action, you're just able to do this.
Okay.
If you can think your way around an object, you absolutely can create it.
Is there any cover, or is there any place like... I remember the last thing I did was I tried to slink back and let them have their sidebar before they went rogue.
I would say that, yeah, there are different like swirls of ectoplasm around. If you wanted to maybe try to hide it within an especially thick cloud, you would be able to.
So as a bonus action, because I am a goblin, I can hide. So I'm going to take my bonus action and hide with my brand new goo gun.
Okay, well, let's see. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me.
It's going to be a 14.
I'm going to say that you've had to float a little bit higher, not too high, but maybe like 6 feet off the ground to get to a cloud that is going to hide you. And you're up against one of the shelves with all of the spheres on it.
Okay. Even in death, Tippy is a coward and pushes himself against the bookcase with his brand new gun, hoping to sneak a shot in if he gets a good angle.
Perfect. Fibs, you're next.
Okay. Fibs is taken aback when he sees Filverel come at him with a quickness, and he is going to try and imagine himself having much bigger, beefier arms than he does, and try to pull over one of the racks of memories on top of Filverel, so he can buy some time to run away.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so you do imagine it. It's just that when you imagine your skeleton body having biceps, it's more like the bones themselves get curved as biceps. So it's really gnarly and disgusting, and it looks very drawn by pencil.
Like just kind of goo muscles forming.
Yeah, disgusting. So let's see, roll an athletics check, and
My specialty.
and Filverel, I'm gonna have you roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
It's an 18.
Oh.
I also rolled an 18.
So you actually are able to bounce out of the way, but I'm going to do some memory sphere damage to you.
Yes.
Let's see. You were able to move out of the way, so go ahead and take 2d6 bludgeoning damage from memory spheres.
Oh, golly. All right. That's a 7 sphere damage.
7 memory sphere damage.
7
and
spherical.
My memories.
and
Talk about painful memories.
Well, maybe. Ross, go ahead and roll a d20. 11 or higher is good.
Okay. I rolled a 12.
A 12, that's good. Okay, so you actually have a memory of you and your sister when you wanted to abdicate your place in line for the heir apparent, and your sister takes it for you, and it's a really good memory. You are completely happy you remember this occasion, and you now have advantage on your next D20 roll.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Ministora. So Ministora goes, I knew they were buttholes.
Oh my God, they suck. Why do we suck so bad?
Look, it's not you. I know you. It's not you. These people are out of control. I'm gonna help you out, okay?
Thank you.
Sweet. Filverel, does a 22 hit?
It sure as heck does.
Okay, so she's going to do a lot of damage to you.
Oh my stars. I don't care for that.
But I think you're...
I think as this like steps nimbly out of the way and an orb just kind of bonks off his head, and you see his eyes kind of like roll back as he goes into a reverie of memory. He had some agency there for the first time, and then he just refocuses on you.
And you take 14 necrotic damage, but you are resistant, so you take 7 necrotic damage. And Ministora looks at you and goes, girl, I don't think I'm going to be as effective to you against the exact beings that we are.
Would you be able to be more of your ghost self?
This is the best you get. I'm so sorry.
You know what? And what it is great.
That means more to me than you could ever know. And it is your turn.
Don't go into a bone pile. Don't go into a bone pile. Okay, Bizzee's gonna take one of her finger darts and she is going to throw it at Flesh Biz.
Okay, make your ranged attack, your ranged fingy attack.
Ranged fingies. So 14.
It hits, and it's a 1d4 plus your dex, actually.
Yeah. There we go. So that is 5 plus 2 piercing. So that is 7. And is Flesh Biz around anyone else? Like who is she around?
Filverel for sure.
So she's around me, Filverel. Is anyone else around her?
I would say Ministora's right there.
Mistora's right there?
Yep.
Since Mistora's right there, that means that I also get to use my sneak attack because...
Oh, within 5 feet, sure.
Yeah, within 5 feet. And so that is also, I'm gonna do a 1d6.
No! Oh no, you became a rogue! Right before my eyes.
And so then that's going to be an extra 3.
Yes, amazing. Okay, awesome. So this all happens so quickly that these ethereal beings turn on you, and immediately Ministora jumps in to help. Fibs is wrecking the place, and you throw one of your finger darts, and it just gouges Barigneas right in the chest plate, right between where the plates meet each other and the side of the ribs. And she goes, "It doesn't have to be like this."
Well, you kind of already made
No,
it
I
like
don't know
this.
another way it could be, but it doesn't have to be like this.
No, it does have to be like this. Also, I'm sorry. I think that's the tit. I think that's what I learned. I'm really sorry.
It totally is the tit.
Bizzee, aim for the tit.
Okay, I will get it next time. Thank you.
Okay, it's her turn. And what Barigneas is gonna do is run right up to Bizzee and Fibs, who are near each other, and hunker down and then stand up. And when she does that, ectoplasm shoots off of her like darts. And go ahead and make a DC 15 dex saving throw, you two.
You better not be hunkering back there.
I think that there's hunkering.
Guys, look at it. I think she's hunkering.
Okay, sweet. So that is a 21.
Reader, that is a natural 1.
Oh no.
My bones!
My poor bones!
Okay, not
And
the
she's
one.
hunkering.
Okay, you take 7 necrotic damage, and Bizzee, you save, so you take 3 necrotic damage. And what happens is she's able to shoot out ectoplasm from her very being.
Am I able
in
to
a very
react?
small range. Well, sure.
So just as a reaction, Bizzee is going to take the ectoplasm that is around, and she is going to use it to build a shield in front of her.
That
and-
will take an action. So
That's
that
an
will,
action.
yeah,
Okay, I
building
can't do that.
anything, it will be on your next turn.
Okay.
But I like the way you're thinking. Filverel,
Okay, great. I've been bonked with sphere damage. I've been sent to a sweet memory reverie, and then been blasted. I think first, as I come out of this and you see this memory of yourself, you maybe for the first time realize the shifting surface of this thing, that the time spent, these aeons of existence that it's had in these abyssal and ethereal planes, have deranged its memory, and its memory of itself is steeped in delusion and vanity, and you're seeing it maybe become more beautiful, uncannily beautiful, and parts of it growing larger, stranger. It's you, but it's a distorted memory of yourself as it looks into your eyes. You don't understand, you're just the material part of me, and the will controls the material. And it is going to try to enslave undead.
I like this.
Oh God.
The mind controls the hand. The hand does not control the mind.
And you must make a DC 15 wisdom saving
Okay,
throw
let's
to
see.
avoid becoming my body.
Oh, I did not pass that. That was a 12.
Okay, by the order of the law here, if you fail on this save, you are magically taken over by this creature until it dies or chooses to release it. Until you die, I am destroyed, or I choose to release you.
Is it a concentration?
that is very broken. I did give you that stat.
Yes,
So yes.
playing the hand I was dealt, folks.
I always knew this was Amy's fault. Fib says in
I
character.
can concentrate.
I'm gonna make that a concentration
I think that's
spell.
totally fair.
I was like, well, he's
I think that's totally fair.
Yes, and I will take full credit, and also I'm negating it immediately.
Understandably.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Yes, it just can't happen in perpetuity.
But yes, I think that makes total sense because I'm taking, this thing has a will of its own.
Absolutely.
That has been developed over a long, long time. But you are feeling this etheric force of will pushing you out and almost trying to
Let me back into that skull. It's mine.
And so, Dan, on your turn, you will be at the whim of Filverel. Perfect. And you had called upon Maxwell?
Yes.
Okay,
Like,
he's
Maxwell, do something!
okay. He's a little tiny gob on the floor.
Yes. It doesn't matter to Tippy.
But yeah, he's gonna. He's got even less speed than his original. So you see him, and he's like, "I got these. I knew they were no good from the start. I just took one look at them, and I said, probably."
That's
that reason.
circumstantial, though. You can't keep generalizing.
Well, the thing is, I was right. He moves very aggressively towards Barigneas, and he doesn't quite get there, but he is hoofing it.
Top speed of 2
He's
feet
moving
per
aggressively.
round.
Yeah, exactly.
In a small
Two-
micro way.
Yes.
Okay.
He moves 2.5 feet, and you can tell he's grumbling, and he's got eyes that just see death for
All right, you
Barigneas.
keep going, Maxwell.
Yeah, he's gonna keep going. Tippy,
definition of
it is your
microaggression.
turn.
Okay, so I see this, right? I see Fibs being possessed by.
Ooh, you see the threat. I'm gonna say, Roland,
Because I hear.
you hear the threat. You don't
Yeah.
know what these guys can or can't do, so maybe roll a perception check.
Okay.
I just want to see if you can recognize your friend.
That's gonna be 17.
Yeah, okay, so your friend kind of goes glossy-eyed, even more glossy in the ethereal plane, and you can see him kind of twitch. The Fibs that was is not the Fibs that is.
I immediately try to move my max distance and sort of scurry stealthily to align my shot right at the chest of, how do I pronounce it?
Filverel?
Filverel.
Okay.
Right, one in the chest. I'm trying to put one in the chest.
One in the chest.
Classic.
Yeah.
One in the chest, two in the back.
Okay, and you are hidden.
Yeah, I'm hidden.
Okay, so that'll give you advantage.
Okay, so I'm going to make an attack with my pistol. So I point, I sneak on over, right, and across the bookshelves, sort of Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah, and you are still just able to
Yeah.
float in this weird place, so.
Hey, flesh fibs, eat lead.
When you say that, you see both our heads in the exact same way, like snap up at you, and we're moving in unison as the hands
And I,
are controlled by
as
the
I
mind.
shoot my gun, I flinch because I don't know what this goo gun can do.
Okay. Okay, yeah, roll to hit.
Okay. With advantage.
Yeah, with
Thank
advantage.
God. All right. I rolled a 3, then a 4. So
Well, you did look completely
That's
away.
exactly what you imagined it would.
if it's a 4, it's gonna be 10.
10, does a 10 hit Filverel?
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Almost would hit Fibs.
Seriously.
So as I scream and shoot my ghost gun, what comes out?
It is an ectoplasmic version of a bullet. It looks thicker and harder than the actual ectoplasm of the fog, and it travels at the same speed as a bullet. But yeah, it is made up of the milky substance.
Just like blasted mayonnaise.
Yeah. So I blast my milky bullet at Filverel. And
So much protein.
What's wrong?
No.
What's the matter?
Anyways, I blast my gun, and because I flinch, I miss my shot. And immediately realizing that I've missed, I try to literally just flip 180 and face the bookcase, hoping nobody can see me.
Yeah, okay.
And do another hide as a bonus action.
Okay, roll a d6. I'm gonna see which shelves you actually are at.
I had a 5 on the d6.
A 5. Okay, you're near the Fibs parts of the bookshelf.
Oh, okay. I'm near the Fibs part of the bookshelf,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna roll my stealth to see if I can hide again, and that's gonna be 16.
Cool. Yeah, you really feel very hidden. Awesome. Fibs.
Fibs feels he's having an out-of-body experience. He hears Filverel's voice in his head saying, I believe it was, the will controls the hand. And Fibs is just repeating to himself, the will controls the hand, the will controls the hand. And then he just gives in to this force that is now puppeteering him.
Awesome. What would Filverel like Fibs to do?
And you're just like,
Oh, it feels so good to move my hands again.
and then both our heads turn towards you, Bizzee, and like,
We killed you once, and we can again.
and he will attack you.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
Okay. I have a dagger and a quarterstaff. Which would you prefer?
Dagger, for old time's sake.
Pulling out a very familiar-looking dagger now. Fibs attacks Bizzee.
Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Terror Squad.
That's a natural 20.
It's going so bad. It's going so bad, bro.
Are you happy?
I'm not happy. Go ahead. Dice so nice, you're rolling twice.
Okay, it's a 4.
Oh no.
Woo! That is 8 piercing damage.
Yikes. Okay.
Oh, busy. Okay, you now have 2 versions of Fibs against you, and it actually is Ronnie's turn, Ministora's turn, and she's going to attack you, Fibs. You're the one who stabbed her friend, and she's going to lose her mind against you.
I'm the only one who never kissed the statue.
And she here's what she does. She side-eyes Filverel and says, dude, you can't just go in here and be doing stuff like that. This is a real person here. And she's going to try to take possession of Fibs back from you.
It's a tug of war over Fizz's body.
Yes. So actually,
battlefield is my
I'm gonna
body.
say, Fibs, roll a charisma saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, man. What's
Okay.
I have 2 extremes, and they're both bad.
At this point, you feel that the ghost is possessing Fibs. While your mind is controlling his mind, she does actually slide in on top of Fibs and gain control of his body. You are not out of control yet. I don't know how this is going to
I
work.
love this.
But,
I love this. This is
but
weird
yeah,
cool.
we might do
bones are just
some.
gonna
We might do
explode.
some war dice between who actually is in control
I love that.
of Fibs's body now. At this point, though,
I'm in danger.
you feel heavily possessed. Your brain wants to serve Filverel. Your body wants to serve Ministora. How fun. Okay, Bizzee, it's your turn.
Okay, so Bizzee is going to turn her attention back over to Flesh Bizzee. And Bizzee is going to just say, like, you had your shot. You were up there. Your shot is gone now. It is up to me. And if you can't handle that, then you just have to stay down here. And apparently, I'm really sorry that you, and she casts Vicious Mockery, completely sucked at being alive. Like, you were so bad at being alive. You don't know where your kids are. You got demoted. I never got demoted. In death, you were better than you ever could be alive. You suck. Your mama suck. You suck as a mama. Suck it. And then she turns to Ronnie, who is now Fibs, and she's like, you are doing like so good right now, and casts Bardic Inspiration as her bonus.
Awesome.
Wow.
Okay, awesome. I roll against that.
Yeah.
DC.
That was some vicious mockery.
That was harsh,
very
especially. Yeah, you know exactly the buttons to push. as
brutal
Bizzee.
mockery.
Is that wisdom?
Do wisdom saving throw,
It's a greater
and you gotta
destroy
succeed.
self-worth.
A DC 11 now?
Yes, it is 11.
Okay.
And what's the AC on your self-worth there?
I rolled very poorly. I rolled a 4, and so yeah, that won't do it. Yeah, so she's taking it all in. She's looking at you like, you can't hurt me. And then it's the thing about the promotions and all the times you said the word suck that that really gets to her. And you see her just kind of wither a little and go, oh, yeah, I never thought of it that way. I've been doing a pretty good job here. I thought I had to touch a memory ball to remember things. This is awful. And how much damage does she take?
Oh yeah, you're gonna take 1d4 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack.
Disinfectant? On my
Disinfectant,
next
yeah, disadvantage.
I might need disinfectant on Tippy's goo gun.
Just wait till I get you with my goo gun.
Yeah.
So how much?
So for your psychic damage, that is a 3 psychic damage, and yeah, next attack roll, you roll at disadvantage.
Well, that's me. So she's gonna come in a little less hot than she did before, but still on your butt. Here she comes. So Barigneas is gonna come up and attempt to claw you. Her ghost form of ectoplasm does form into harder shelled claws that are able to scratch you, and let's see if she does. Does a 21 hit?
21 does hit.
Okay, she does 5 slashing damage to you. If you can make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, tight. 21.
No problem. You actually feel like as her nails sink into your body, you feel this, not quite poison, but you feel things rushing through your veins on this plane, and it just makes you want to hold your breath, and almost as if you can't. But finally, you say, no, that's not me today, and you're able to release and breathe again. And then Filverel, it is your real turn now.
Great. So we're at war over the.
We're at war over the body. Let's
Unhand the
D20 it
body.
out.
Let's
I don't know
D20
a
it.
better way. D20
Let's
war.
go for it.
Okay.
War.
5.
18.
Yeah, all right. All right. You still can make Fibs do stuff.
Did you roll with, you have inspiration. Does that count for war?
I think
It does,
won't beat
but
the
I'm not going
18.
to spend my inspiration on that because I did
Yeah.
roll a 5.
Just lucky, I suppose. Oh, Lord.
The power.
I know. So yeah, I'm feeling my will being pushed out, and I'm like,
No, this body is mine.
try to wrest control of it. Felt so nice. I might do it twice. I mean, it seems to be the way of things. And I may strike at Bizzee again.
That is a natural 1. Oh,
You are
there we go.
extremely binary.
I don't know what's happening. Wow. There's a dice war happening between 20 and 1 on my D20 right now.
That's awesome. That's
That is the best.
never have I seen such a thing.
This is crazy.
And
That's incredible.
I want to interpret that as your will almost exerting itself against
We can't stab friends.
Not right after that big speech. Ineffective. Maxwell's gonna get to Barigneas this turn.
Okay, great.
As he gets there, he's going to use a prehensile arm to goo her.
Real quick, excuse me?
He's going to goo her, sir.
I'm so sorry. With the prehensile arm, you say?
Okay, Barigneas. Oh yes, a 17 hits. He's going.
Hello, Maxwell.
10d6 goo
He
damage.
actually is a fairly powerful guy. He's going to do 9 points of acid damage right on
Yikes.
A lot of acid in
Barigneas's.
this guy.
Don't mess with Maxwell.
Yeah, so he actually, his prehensile thing kind of gloms onto her, and you can see that the rest of the goop of him starts to wrap itself around, as a gelatinous cube is wont to do, wrap around her foot and try to overtake it, but he's just not big enough. Still, you can see that part of her ethereal form in her foot disintegrates under the acid, and she screams, "Ah!" Tippy, it's your turn. Top of the round.
So free action before I do anything. Tippy wants to look on the bookshelf to see if is there anything about Flesh Fibs that I can see is important. Is there a memory that I'm near?
There's plenty of memories that you're near.
Is there a way to tell whose is whose?
Yeah, you would know whose is Fibs.
Is there a way to tell if the memory is good or bad?
No.
Okay. I want to, and tell me if this would work, but Tippy understands has a base knowledge about magic, and he knows that some magic you got to really focus on to keep it up, and it feels like this possession thing, he needs to keep full attention. So what I want to do is Tippy wants to go to the nearest memory and use magical tinkering to insert himself into the memory and throw the memory at Flesh Fibs to try to distract him.
Oh, amazing. That is brilliant. I think that's going to take 2 turns.
Okay.
It's like Inception.
But I think with magical tinkering, you just can, and here we are in the ethereal plane, and there are no rules. You absolutely can insert yourself into a memory. You don't know which memory you're inserting yourself into.
So I don't know what the memory is, but all Tippy is thinking is to insert his own face into the memory, but like nothing else. Just replace anybody's face with his face, right?
Mother!
Okay, and this also is with the intended effect to distract and
break,
mortify,
paralyze,
Filverel,
break
whatever.
the concentration.
Okay, great. So you hunker down, you just willy-nilly choose a metallic orb, you get your hands around it, and you start messing with it, giving your essence into this orb, specifically the face part of your essence. And that is how you spend your turn. You are unclear how this is going to manifest next turn, but
great.
you get the innate sense that this is working. Wow, you're doing a really good job.
Okay, great.
That is Fibs' turn. Fibs, you are truly, truly under the control of Filverel.
What do we do?
It's not a we. There is no we.
What do
It's I. What do I do? We are reunited, you and I. We are I. And I am Filverel.
Yes, that is what you were seeing and hearing. As I kind of make you raise up the knife that missed its last blow, and you can maybe see that I'm like, if you're so reluctant to take the life again, that's fine. There's another life that needs taking.
Incredible bastard.
You do hit.
Yeah.
So you just take damage.
Okay, that is 3 points of piercing damage.
Oh, whoa.
We got to interrupt this.
Okay,
I hate it. I love it. I hate it.
okay. It's Ministora's turn, and because we already did do the battling dice, I'm gonna say that Ministora does not have control over Fibs' bodies, but what she does do is she gives herself a thicker ethereal form providing an armor class to Fibs. She sees the way this is going and is like, look, if I can't control Fibs, I'm not gonna allow him to hurt himself. And so she's going to give Fibs armor. Fibs, roll a d4.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry.
1.
Okay, well, you have a +1 armor class.
Let's go.
To what you have right now, and
Try hitting a 12.
and next.
Unstoppable!
Well, what are we doing?
And the next,
Limited power.
the next time, I mean, anyone, including yourself, tries to harm you, you will have to battle against your armor class. That's what Ministora does. She says, I'm so sorry, I'm just less effective in this realm. And it's Bizzee, your turn.
Ooh, I have so many options that are not magic because I'm out of magic. Oh, we are on an ethereal plane. So I am going to take my great sword and I am going to imbue it with, like, use some of the goo around it, and now it is a goo fire sword.
Oh,
Use
awesome.
the goo. Use the goo. Use the goo.
Amazing. I think that's a bonus action that you
Okay.
can just add that to your sword.
I am going to take my great sword and I gotta go after myself. So I'm gonna turn to Barigneas. This could have just been easy if you would have just let go of anything in your life. There is something greater that's happening up there that isn't about you and isn't about us. And we are the ones who can fix it. You could have been a part of that if you would have just friggin' behaved for once in your life. And Bizzee slashes at Barigneas with her great goo fire sword.
Go ahead and roll to hit. This is the first time I think you've ever used your great sword.
Man, what a bummer, because I only rolled a 5. That was a great speech.
But what does that turn into?
That's it. But also, I mean, I do have added
Oh.
goo bonus. Can I add goo bonus since I did make it?
Is there goo
like,
proficiency?
Is
I
there
mean-
goo proficiency?
Wait, you rolled a 5 on the die?
I rolled a 5 on the die, but that's
But
just
you
for my
haven't-
regular great sword.
Well, add your great sword bonus.
I don't have a great sword bonus. It's a plus 0.
because she has
But I added the
She is
goo,
a
so it's
bard
gotta
rogue
have
with great strength.
a bonus.
How much goo bonus? Yeah, you won't. Sure. You can.
These are
have,
the questions that keep DMs up.
What's the goo bonus?
You can plus.
Maybe
plus,
roll with advantage.
I think she's buying it.
Careful, Bizzee, careful.
No advantage, but your blade is now a +2 goo great sword. Goo great sword. And,
Goo great sword.
And you can add another. I don't know. Okay, it's a +2 goo great sword. You can add another +2 at the end of your damage rolls as well.
But that's still a 7.
It's still a 7, which is not
that
going
hit?
to. Y'all, no, it does not hit. Okay, Barigneas is standing strong, tall, and happy, and says, say one more thing about how it's not about me. She says, I remember you liked my singing. Isn't that right? And everyone make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. The ghost forms do not have to make this roll, so it's only Fibs and Bizzee.
13.
19.
Barigneas lets out an enormous wail. You like the song that I sang, huh? And it's like a baby, you know, when a baby's like,
Oh God, what's happening? Oh God.
just like lets her rip. Okay, so you both save, so you take 6 points of psychic damage as her wail
Each?
each thrums into your
So-
very being.
As the wail of this unholy ghost baby pulses through Fibs' body, he collapses into a pile of bones
Oh no.
because he is reduced to 0 hit points. But then clambers back to 1.
When you do that, your force over him and Ronnie's force over you is diminished.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just went 2 bones, no more body
Yeah.
left.
And as that happens, having heard her own voice, which she hates so much, Bizzee turns into a pile of bones.
Okay.
No! How did this happen?
And so you are both at 1 hit point, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This cannot be Tippy versus 2 boss fights.
Tippy, You have to go to the sub-ethereal plane to resurrect us now.
The next
Go all
one
the way down.
That did it. Good job, Barigneas. Barigneas looks over at Filverel and says, "We did it. I did it. Me and my voice, me and my singing voice that once shattered glass has shattered my corporeal body."
Let's not neglect how I took back control of my body once again. And now it doesn't matter. Now we're both gonna have our bodies back.
We're gonna be free.
Why isn't anything happening? Shouldn't we be?
A portal should form to the material plane. That's what happens. We finished our unfinished business.
There were rules.
There are rules.
There were rules, and we abided by them.
We're allowed to become corporeal again. Hello? That is actually the end of Barigneas' turn. Bizzee's turn. You're down. Do you want to continue looking like a dead pile of bones?
Yeah, it's working so far.
It is working so far. Filverel, it's your turn. I'm going to say you're confused this round, as is Barigneas.
I think that's totally fair.
Maxwell is going to try to overtake this ghost form of Bizzee Barigneas. Let's see how he does. Normally, a gelatinous cube can engulf something within its body, but Maxwell's going to do his darndest, which means that Barigneas is going to make a save. I'm going to say, because it's normally DC 12, so I was saying it's going to be DC 6 to save against being engulfed by Maxwell. She did roll a 4. So actually, Maxwell is beginning to engulf her. There is something about this ethereal plane. He's able to grab onto the ectoplasm and make it part of him, his acidic, poisonous self. He's growing.
He's so toxic.
Yeah,
Superman.
Maxwell is turning from a 3-inch goop and he's turning into almost like a square-foot goop. And he is able to engulf at least part of Barigneas. And the creature, let's see, so Barigneas does take some damage. She is looking worse for the wear, but she's not down yet. She still can move a little bit, but she's going to be hindered by this cube that is engulfing her and crawling up her legs. Tippy, it is your turn.
Okay. So Tippy.
I don't know. This guy was here, and then now he's kind of everywhere on me.
We did everything, and now the goo's coming after us?
No.
He possessed
This
his
isn't
mind,
fair.
and I'm a ghost.
We should be alive by now.
Hey, down there. Yeah, you.
Hey, it's
Flesh Fibs.
Hey, it's that ghost. What shot that milky bullet?
Yeah, that was me. I think there's a memory here for you that you should see.
What?
I'll show you.
And then I throw it at Filverel.
Well, we already know this about memories, that they want to be watched, and they want to be watched by people who aren't necessarily expecting them. So go ahead and roll your ranged attack with advantage.
Okay, range attack with advantage.
That is headcanon, quite literally.
That's gonna be not very much.
With advantage, though?
Oh, with advantage. Oh my God! Thank God for. How is this possible? I rolled a 5 and a 4. Oh. A 5 plus 5, so that's gonna be 10. So
A
even
10.
worse.
Okay, does that hit Filverel?
Alas for you, it does not. But part of me is, so this just bounces impotently by. I mean, I think Phil
He wants it.
Part of me is
I
like-
lobbed it and it just goes ding. Just right on the ground.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, you have encountered memories before. You've encountered really wily ones too that are able to get away from you. This one does seem to want you to watch it.
Yeah, sorry, it may have looked like I was throwing that right at your head to hurt you, but really I just wanted
Oh
you to
no, it
experience...
didn't look like that at all.
That's good. That's really good, because I just wanted you to experience this memory. It seemed like you wanted to see it. I just had a feeling as a ghost in this ghost
Do you know
world.
how many of these memories I've watched 1,000 times? Do you have any idea how long I've been here?
Yeah, but how do you know that if you're missing one? I mean, one was elusive. What if there was another one hiding in plain sight?
What I'd like to know, he says as he stoops over the orb, is like, why am I not already back on the material plane?
Yeah, maybe the answer's in that orb.
Why am I not united with my body?
Yeah, why?
Maybe it's not enough. Maybe we should just pulverize those bones into dust.
No. Maybe you should touch the orb. Maybe you should touch the orb.
Maybe after one more memory as I take at the orb.
And you are wrenched into a flashback. This is, as a prince of Kalair, you are at an outstanding gala. This is among the trees in elven fashion. Ever-glowing gems of blue light the night, and there are brooks running through this glade. Your family is hosting, and many elven families come to these galas. You are, for lack of a better term, very bored. However, across the
I could be doing so much more with my life and the pageantry and pomp of the elvish court. I must take up my time.
But a new family comes in that you haven't really seen before, and with them is a young elven woman, and she strikes your fancy, and you get up to move towards her. And
Who's this? I only see her from behind.
Yes.
What an amazing figure. What grace. What elegance.
And you go up to her, and this is the exact moment. You love this memory. You've seen this many times. This is the memory that you're going to meet Lila for the first time.
Before you was a pile of grass.
You touch her on the shoulder, and she turns around.
My love.
Hi.
Shorts out as you cut to different moments of the night. You dancing with her. Her cuddled up next to your chest. You finding a secret corner and stealing a kiss from her. And that's about as much as your poor brain can take as you are wrenched out of your flashback. That memory forever tainted. You see in this metallic orb that there's like clunky stuff going on. There's greenish goo just wrapped around all of the metallic glitter inside of it.
This memory's been tampered with. You put it in my mind.
Or was it there the whole time? I try to scamper off.
Was it there the whole time? Was that how it really was?
You are going to be able to do some magic damage to him. This is going to be psychic damage. 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah.
You rocked my bean.
Okay, that's an 8.
Nice.
Okay, that's a 6. So somebody else do the math.
14. I don't trust myself anymore. 14. 14.
I rolled a 5. Does a 14 hit?
I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
all good.
But as a bonus action, I will hide again.
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So gorilla, that's a nat 20 on the hide.
Okay.
Amazing. Filverel drops to his knees. And there is a sense, I think, in which this body is unincorporated. It is made of the same stuff as this realm almost. And maybe from behind you just see him with his head in his hands. And then his own face, just like he saw it sprout out of his heart, just like sprouts out of the back of his head. He's seeing his head and his hands, and his face is like kind of crawling around his body until it kind of gets all in the right shape. This has rocked his mind.
Amazing. Barigneas is going, oh my gosh, I've never seen anything like that happen to you.
He put it in my mind.
What?
Some goblin ghost. And I'm just pushing these huge shells down, trying to find this creature that did this to me.
Wrecking the memory palace. Amazing. Then it's Ministora's turn. Ministora is not going down without a fight. She turns to Barigneas and says, that is my friend you are talking about, and you are nowhere near the skeleton that she is. She knows that she probably can't possess Barigneas. She says, you like the idea of having a body, huh? Well, why don't you take mine? It's like she inhabitates the exact space that Barigneas is in. Barigneas is going to do her best to save. She does, but as she passes through, she does do some cold damage. Okay, Ministora is racing through Barigneas, and you can see her doing the exact same motions that she did with Fibs, just trying to lay herself on top of Barigneas' form. And Barigneas shoots her out, but as she does, she goes, I'm already a ghost. I can't be taken over by a ghost. Get out of me. Oh my gosh. Filverel, they're after us. It's Maxwell's turn. Maxwell is going to continue to engulf Barigneas.
Getting jellied.
Maximum jelly.
So she does not save against engulfment again.
Uh-oh.
She takes even more acid damage this time. So between the efforts of both Ministora and Maxwell, this Barigneas character has the only thing that's left that is just her face that can talk and move. And you see this absolutely horrified expression as she is just covered in both acidic and ectoplasmic goo. And she says, Filverel, you're not selfish. You wouldn't leave just me behind, would you? You'll take me with you. Help me, please. They've got me, this stupid ghost and this stupid ooze. You won't leave me behind, right?
The old Filverel, of course, they were a pair, united in this cat and mouse love-hate relationship. But it's been eons since then, and they're so close. And they're etheric, they're creatures of pure spirit and feeling, and that's not necessarily rational. And so I'm too enraged by what has just happened. And I think maybe even there's something too of just seeing what is sort of almost like a disembodied face.
Yes.
Just seeing the memory that I've been in. Save yourself. We're getting out of here. As soon as I send that goblin ghost back to some realm where he'll never escape. And I continue to crash through this building.
Perfect.
Do you know what happens when you disincorporate here? You little ghost? There are planes more banal, more abyssal, more disconnected from the material plane than this one, where you will be lost forever, deluded in an endless sea of nothing.
Oh my God. Tippy, it's your turn.
Okay, so seeing as that worked, I wanna ask a couple questions before I do my stuff. So, Ghost Tippy, how does he work? Does he have his spell slots?
Yes.
Does he have his abilities?
He does, yeah.
Okay, very interesting.
No.
Okay, okay, what I want to do as a free action, what's great about Eldritch...
I love it. What is a free action to you? You just get a free action.
Well, just is talking a free action?
Yeah,
Right,
talking
yeah,
is a
yeah.
free action.
The greatest thing about Eldritch Cannon is that when you use up Eldritch Cannon, it's used until a long rest, or unless you have another spell slot left. And before Tippy died, he only used 2 spells. So he has 1 spell left. And with the magic that he feels from the other realm surging through him just a bit still, he grabs pieces of goo from the great beyond and forms a gun with googly eyes. And as he places it on the ground, it sprouts legs. And I go, hi, Gun Tippy. Fire at will. And I blast Gun Tippy at Filverel, which is now an Eldritch Cannon.
Yeah, very easily you're able to do that.
Okay, ranged spell attack. Let's go. And do I have advantage since I'm stealthed? I rolled a nat 20.
You're able to.
Graven Laven.
Okay, come on. 7 plus 5, so that's another 12.
Does a 12 hit, Filverel?
It just fire at will.
But and with all of that, I'm gonna say you're not able to hide this next round.
Okay.
You've made yourself very apparent at this
There
point.
you are.
Seeing that I've been seen, I want to run towards the bone piles.
No, you've done plenty this turn, actually.
But I haven't moved.
Yeah, but I said that building something was gonna take an action.
Okay, so is action and movement.
Building it and shooting it all in one turn. You're gonna have to do that right where you are.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Okay.
I'll take that.
And it is Ministora's turn. She's gonna try to possess one more time. Oh, she definitely does. I rolled a 1. And Barigneas is fully possessed. Ministora actually looks at the bone piles and gives a wink. Barigneas is mine! And you see Barigneas trying to fight, but between the ooze and the ghost, you can see Barigneas is just kind of straitjacketed in on herself, and her horrified visage shoots through the ectoplasm and the goo. And she says, Filverel, don't leave me! I have to get out of here! Filverel, it is your turn.
I've been raving with wrath at this ghost who nearly drove me insane with this distorted memory, who's been tampering with the very stuff I'm made of. Could there be anything more perverse? And I just saw him shoot his little sentient goo cannon at me. Like I said, I'm not thinking rationally.
Get him! Get him!
That's your big gun, is it?
Oh, don't hurt the gun. That's where my essence is. I'm lying. Don't attack just the gun.
I think that's enough tricks for one day, mister. I want to show you a memory.
Yeah?
Let me show you what a big gun looks like.
And a little ember kind of appears in his hand. It kind of blows into a larger flame. And then he blows a point of fiery light towards you. and this is a fireball.
Well, there goes Ghost Tippy.
That's a dexterity saving throw.
That's a dex saving throw. Okay, dex saving throw. Let's go. We can do this, right? We can do this.
Your dice.
I'm gonna say that might also hit Barigneas and Ministora.
I think that's totally true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make
Maybe even me. I'm not.
Yeah, we're in tight quarters.
My DC save is 15.
Oh, I got 14.
Both Ministora and Barigneas save, but I think they still take half. 8d6 fire damage.
So it is.
8?
8d6. Here you go.
Them's the breaks.
You got enough?
Do you need more D6?
You need more
D6?
Not the first time I've been here.
Would you like more d6?
Sure, sure.
Okay,
He
here
likes
you go.
More D6.
Right,
Don't give those to him. Stop.
8d6.
He doesn't need that.
8d6. 8d6.
2, 3.
Oh no.
Let's hear them. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Relax. Okay. No. I can see the rolls.
Okay, that's
I can see them with my eyes,
10.
and they're bad.
20. 31. That's 38 points of fire damage if you did not save.
Half is
I'm down, but I'm
19.
19 if you saved.
Amazing.
not. So I didn't save. I rolled a 14.
Okay.
But it's almost enough damage to die again, but I'm not dead.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay. Here's
down,
what happens.
though.
Is it my turn or no?
Do you want to adjudicate that I also maybe caught some of that?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like these are very.
Yeah,
we're in
it's close quarters.
Yeah.
this shifting
We're in a library.
non-Euclidean library.
Yes.
Oh yes, I definitely failed that.
You're still going to take half, 19 points.
Okay, great.
So here's what happens.
I'm very the worst for wear.
So mechanically, Barigneas does die, and Tippy is down, loses hit points. So here's what happens. So evil Filverel is trashing the place, as he said before, throwing spheres and orbs off the shelves willy-nilly, looking for this goblin. He finds the goblin. He immediately dodges out of the way of a goo cannon, and he looks him dead in the eyes and has this dialogue with him and shoots a flame at him. He has no regard for his own life, no regard for his friend's life, certainly no regard for the goblin's life, and he lights the memory palace up. This place, like I said, is made of wood, ectoplasmic wood, but still it's magic damage and things start licking and catching on fire. The magic orbs catch on fire. The Tippy we've come to know and love explodes. You have seen ectoplasmic and ghost forms perish. That is not what happens here. Tippy, as he alights in flame, you actually see his face get confused, look at you really with an expression of, who are you? And he doesn't fall to the ground in goo as you might expect him to do, or fill the rest of the void with more of the same ectoplasm. He gets sucked out of the room and he gets sucked all the way back, and you don't know where he's going, but it's like his form is being pulled somewhere else within this plane. It's almost as if the fire just didn't matter.
What?
Meanwhile, as he disappears and you're watching him, you walk towards the entrance and you turn to the left, and that's when you see your friend and just her scary face disintegrate, melt.
As this is happening, Fibs comes out of his bone pile form and slowly, surreptitiously tries to clink back together as all of his bones snap back into place. Seeing what happened to Tippy and how he disappeared, he remembers that Tippy gave him a gift in the form of a hat of wizardry. And he thinks back to all of these spells he's read about, all these amazing wizards and mages and all the things they've used throughout the years, and he remembers there was this one wizard who is experimenting with harnessing the power of lightning, not to strike, but to pull. And he tries to channel the cantrip Lightning Lure to lasso Filverel and yeet him towards a wall of flame.
Amazing. I don't know those mechanics. What do?
You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice you can see within range. They have to succeed on a strength saving throw of 13 or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line toward you, then take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of you.
Filverel, DC 13.
What is it?
Strength.
I rolled an 11.
Okay, so you're able to surreptitiously put yourself back together. For sure, Filverel is
I'm
just horrified.
Gazing at this dissolving woman that I've known.
Yeah, melting
Just like-
Barigneas, your friend.
And something like this leaving you, this is what we've been doing in life. It's this like up to the brink of death, like games with each other. It's like you're leaving me.
I didn't mean
We've been
to.
together.
I,
You can't go where
I'm sorry.
It's not fair.
I
We're
don't-
supposed to get out together. It's not fair. It's not fair.
As a tendril of lightning wraps itself around your torso and just lights up your central nervous system, even though it's made of goo, and yanks you back towards the fire you just caused.
Yes.
And you were pulled away from your melting friend. And how much fire damage does he take?
He's gonna do lightning damage
lightning
first,
damage.
and we'll leave the fire damage decision to you.
Many fire
That is
damage.
8 points of lightning damage.
You'll never guess how many hit points I have.
16.
You just like you see your lasso. It's not fair. Like he smashes against this wall of fire, little flaming orbs falling all over him, and you just see him engulfed in like his goo again melting.
And there is
away.
some poetic justice as these two friends of eons just also are watching each other die at the same time, one more time on a different plane. Goodbye.
Goodbye. But we'll meet again. Wherever we're going now.
Absolutely.
We go together.
I will chase you forever.
And ever. And ever. They just melt.
And as Filverel dies, we were going to bid adieu to Ross Bryant at our table.
Wow. Good job.
You put up a good fight, adventurers.
We got our asses whooped.
Yeah. Okay. And as the two ghost forms burn to disappearance, you are left with yourselves and Ministora, and there actually is no Tippy. So Fibs, you've put yourself back together. You're also within a burning building at the moment.
Fibs looks at the spot where Filverel just sort of burned into
Dust,
nothingness
yeah.
and says, "Thanks for the memories, Phil. But time to make some new ones for myself." Then he goes over to help Bizzee put herself back together.
Cramp,
Sorry,
bone cramp,
sorry.
bone cramp.
I'm having, we gotta go. This place is burning.
Head like pops back on. Oh, okay. And then we've got
Ministora,
Yeah.
and she actually, having worked with Maxwell, goes ahead and picks up Maxwell, who's a quite heftier ooze at this point. And she says, "That was so nuts. I'm so glad you're okay."
I'm glad you're okay. Are you coming with us? We're leaving. It's burning.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's get outta here.
And you think your way back down the cobblestone path that you built that actually still exists, and you come back to the table where Pakara and Gagangan are working.
Fibs looks over his shoulder. Can he still see the memory palace burning?
Yeah, and
He just wants to, he's just curious.
yeah, it's going up in like a misty smoke. Flames are eating away at the sides of it. You hear little pops of sound as memories burst.
It's a pang of sadness, but then he turns away.
And Ministora says, "It's great what you are doing. I wonder if there's going to be a new palace for your skeleton versions. It's not how it worked for me, but again, I wasn't re-raised."
I hope so.
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't
Maybe
have to.
you'll never be back on this plane again.
Yeah, I think once is enough.
It's a lot of dying.
It's a core theme of this place.
Yeah.
And you get a little closer to your friend Pakara and Gagangan, and you are very able to see hope in her eyes. And Gagangan seems done. He's got his fins resting on the side of the table, and you're able to see Tippy's chest rise and fall.
Is he snoring?
Oh yeah, oh, yes, 100%. Yeah, it is distracting how much. Yeah,
Maybe like a snot bubble coming out.
sure. Yeah, disgusting.
Wow, he sleeps so grossly.
That's our tips.
Gagangan, is he okay?
I've never seen someone sleep this way. But as a goblin, I would say I think he is okay. You know what I will say? He is fully resurrected to the best of my capabilities, which are high.
We really cannot thank you enough.
Did you learn something? The ethereal plane, it's not for the faint of heart, and I did tell you to beware, but I wonder what you found out.
We found out a lot about ourselves.
Also about keeping a really close eye on what's important and not getting lost in
Yeah.
nonsense.
You can take a walk down memory lane, but sometimes you gotta burn it all down and start anew.
Hey. Busy leg, elbows in.
Oh, that.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm not gonna kill you.
I'm never gonna kill you.
I'm never gonna kill
I
you.
run with you.
Yes.
I'm not chasing
We
you.
run together. We stab together. Terror squad for life.
Terror squad for life.
Terror squad for life.
Gagangan says, you know I do need to get back to Undcurve Fathom and make sure that Shu does not suspect anything on my terms, so I will create one more portal for you. In order to leave this plane, you do need to make a vow to your lives on the material plane. Something that you can hold on to. Because now that you've been here, it is like your bodies and souls have a connection to this place. There's going to be a part of your subconscious that wants to come back. So your vow will hold you in your form on the material plane. I wonder what you will vow. You too, little goblin, wake up. You're going to go back. What? Stop. You're safe. I'm not going to stab you.
Fibs? Bizzee? What happened to the flesh versions of you?
They're gone.
I tried. You guys were bone piles, and I had my cannon, and then he blew me up.
You did amazing.
Who's... sorry. Sidebar. Who's this freak?
This is Gagangan. He brought you back to life.
Gagangan?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
saved your life.
Tippy touches his body, and are there scars now, or
Yeah,
he feels the scars of all.
And your
of-
left ear is fully missing.
Yeah, and he touches the nub of his left ear and goes, "I died.
You died
Yeah.
really bad.
I died."
Yes, 100% you were dead when you came to my doorstep. There's a little goblin who wants to say hello.
Oh, is it? Hold on. And he spits in his hands and he fixes his hair, he slicks it back, and he, with all of his scars and all of his wounds, he tries to lean on something. He goes, "Hey, what's up?
Hi, Tippy.
Hey, Pakara.
It's Pakara.
Oh, what's that?
Pakara?
Pakara. Hard to hear. Yeah.
You look good. You sleep kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm a loud snorer, I've been told.
Glad you're alive.
Did anybody give you any messages while I was dead?
They said that there was something you were going to tell me, but they said that it had to come from your mouth first. And I've been waiting a pretty long time to hear what it is.
Okay, I know what to do. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna have a sidebar with Pakora.
It's Pakara.
Pakara.
And if you cared about me, you'd remember.
It's Pakara. Don't say it wrong.
I'm sorry, that was our fault.
Pakara.
We were saying Pakara wrong.
Pakara, can I ask for a sidebar with you?
I've been waiting for this. They've been doing sidebars all this time, and I've never had a chance, so here we go.
So Tippy pulls Pakara into a sidebar, very much in plain sight. And Tippy thinks about how beautiful Pakara looks to him and how he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. But then he thinks about how he couldn't save his friends the first time. And in the ghost world, he couldn't save his friends again. And he looks up at Pakara and he goes, I was gonna say, and he leans in, closes his eyes, and puts his hand out for a handshake.
Right.
Yeah, good job out there.
I was just chained to a dais and that's all I did.
I'm glad you're alive, and I'm glad I'm alive
you're
too.
alive.
Yeah, glad I'm alive too. There's no message. That was it. Just.
No, what they said. It was just good job. Like you, just artificer to artificer. We're doing good work over here.
Just artificer to artificer, and maybe, if you're looking for love, go. There's probably somebody out there who's stronger than me who can protect you. So that's what I'm. Just be safe, okay?
Oh, you can see she's a little shook, and she goes, "Well, I can pick up clues. I'm no dummy. I know what this means. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I've got a really good. I've got good chances for myself out there. So I also feel like you also have good chances. So we'll just hop through this portal, and I'll be off in back to the march. Back to the march here in a bit. Good on you."
Pakara, wait. Yeah. I'll see you out there.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back to my friends now.
That was a good sidebar.
Yeah, great sidebar.
Good.
Yeah, good sidebar.
We had a good sidebar.
Yeah, we had a good
We're back
sidebar.
now.
Hey, guys.
And the merman says, "Well, with that, I will need to bid you adieu very soon, and I will make this portal, but again, you will need to make a vow for your lives to hold you in." And Pakar says, "Well, that's easy. I vow to find strength in myself, and therefore inspire others to have strength."
So smart and pretty.
Okay, if we are ready, I'm going to make this then. And he starts channeling magic to make a pool on the floor.
I vow to protect my friends. I never laugh at them, but with them.
Good one, Tips.
Maxwell?
I can't go where you're going.
I guess this is goodbye, Maxwell.
I did laugh at you, Tippy, but I nudged myself up against a memory back there in the memory palace. I saw you take a stand and divert attention away from your friends. Highly misguided, but brave nonetheless. I think if I were still alive and could count on you as a friend, I'd be a lucky ooze.
And I love that when you were telling me about that story, you didn't use any sort of nouns to describe anybody in any which way. So good job.
You're such a brave gob.
Okay.
Such a brave gob.
Okay.
Oh, who's a gob?
All right, yeah. Leave him dead. Leave him dead?
Yes, that will happen. What are your vows?
I vow to remember that there's a wider world out there than just my own ambitions and things that I want to achieve. And I vow to never allow myself to put myself above what's best for everyone and not just what's best for me.
A vow of selflessness.
Yeah, gross when you say it like that.
Yeah, maybe don't say it like that.
Like, I'm selfless. Ew, it feels
Ew,
weird.
yeah,
But yeah,
we'll come up with a new word.
A vow of selflessness.
Honorable. And you, my skeleton friend?
I vow to stop Luxier and the Scythe of Aurelia, even if it kills me all over again.
The obligation thanks you. We have one more. You over there, come on back. Crandall Greckleworth.
Oh my, I forgot he was here.
Crandall P.
Honestly.
Greckleworth. No, I can never forget.
Crandall P. Greckleworth, what is your vow?
Stop being an ass. Sorry. Sorry.
A vow you can keep.
Yeah.
I will treat others, all others, with respect.
That was pretty good.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
And Gagangan nods his head, and there, the portal is finished. It seems as though where you are going, it is on the material plane, it is, and he looks at Crandall, very close to where you say Unsuk is. It's near Fettel Delve, but not quite. You'll have to go through the portal to find out exactly where. Portals and the Ethereal Realm, not specific. But I'm going back to the Urnker Fathom. It has been an honor knowing you, and specifically you. Fibs, if that is truly your vow, to bring down the side of Aurelia, I'm confident we will meet again.
And I look forward to a happy reunion.
And to you, Tippy, and you, Bizzee, I cannot believe how much you stood up to Luxier and the side of Aurelia in that position, but in any bardic song that I am a part of, I will sing your names. You have done what even I have not been brave enough to do. Farewell.
Is Ronnie still around, or is Ronnie coming with us?
Ronnie says, I just go between, I'm not gonna, if you call upon me, you know I'm gonna be there, but I'm really comfortable here.
Are you gonna remember anything that happened here if I call you from up there?
I don't know.
I'm gonna call a sidebar.
Oh, I also haven't done one of those before.
I think we should let Bizzee have her sidebar.
Oh, of course.
Bizzee takes Ronnie's hands. I'm gonna consensually possess you now. And Bizzee leans in and plants one on Ronnie's mouth.
Oh. Ronnie stiffens and then relaxes into it, and the entire front part of her being melds with yours, and you do feel this crazy cold tingling sensation. It is a little uncomfortable, but overall it is pleasant to be with someone you care so deeply for.
And we release. You might not remember that, but I will. See you up there.
Whoa! And Ministora is shook, and she holds tight to your hands and says, I hope I remember that on both planes or any other planes where we are. I guess we'll just have to see, but I think we formed a new memory ball.
Bye, girl.
Bye, girl.
Fibs puts a hand on Tippy's shoulder and gives him like a encouraging squeeze, like
Tippy lets out a big long sigh.
Oh, wait. Did you feel true love?
I think I might.
Can I have a turn? Can I have a turn?
No,
Can I have a turn?
we're leaving. We're going. Bye.
No.
Okay. Just checking.
And you see that the portal that Gagangan left through has already closed, but the one in front of you is very welcoming, but it is a huge question mark where it leads to.
Let's go.
And
get outta here.
as you all one more time jump through a portal to the unknown, that is where we will end this episode of Sagas of Sundry Goblin Mode. Tune in next time to find out where they land back on the material plane.
We got a kiss. It was
We did
unexpected,
get a
though.
kiss, but
We got a kiss.
not from Tippy and Picard.
Not from Tippy and Picard.
Brownie smooch. And I get to play all the lovers. Yeah!
You're your own polykill.
I'm my own polykill.
Oh my God, I need a shirt that says I'm my own polykill.